Welcome to the Sneaker Podcast, a show where a bunch of guys sit around a table to talk life, lifestyle, music, and all things sneakers. So sit back, turn it up, and let's go.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Sneaker Podcast. Yeah. Season 4, episode 16. I'm Mike D, alongside my brother from another mother, Christopher Chu, at the other side of the table. What up, Chris?
Yo.
We also got Mr. Sean Collard in the house. What up, Sean?
Hey now.
And we also have your boy, Chloe, in the house. What up, Chloe?
What's up, guys?
Yo, guys, we're back in the house. We made it to episode 16 of season 4. Welcome. Congratulations, everyone. Pat on the back.
Bienvenido.
Yo, I'm going to give a big shout out to everyone who's been listening to the podcast on Podbean, Google Play Music, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, the iHeartRadio app. Go download that app. This is not a paid advertisement by iHeartRadio, by the way. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much. Subscribing to YouTube. Thank you to all our new subscribers, leaving comments and liking. We love it all. Guys, how are you doing? Good?
Very good.
No, good. Well, let's kick into the podcast like we always do, and that's what we wore on feet today. Sean, you're gonna open it up too.
I am?
No, you're not.
No, not.
Close.
So I'm wearing. Oh,
Chloe, what were you
Okay.
wearing on feet today?
I wore some acronym Nike VaporMax Mox Thirsty Bandits.
is that the name?
That's
That's
a really
the-
long
yeah.
name. Wow.
Super
Thirsty
long name.
Bandits.
Thirsty Bandits.
Bandit.
Interesting.
Thirsty. I'm a
They're
thirsty
so dope.
bandit.
I was so happy I got them.
Only heat from now on, everyone. He's said it before.
Yeah, and I'm loving it.
It's very nice, dude.
I'm loving it. I'm saying it more often to the kids, like, don't step on my shoes.
Oh,
I haven't said that in a while.
Watch out for the heat.
Yeah.
You go step on the heat. Very
Nice.
cool, dude. I like your wear.
My wife hates the shoes.
Really?
Wait. The
What is it?
silhouette or this color?
Or all of the above.
She doesn't like the pattern.
It's too busy, too aggressive.
Yeah.
Like,
Too busy.
The whole pattern, or just like the heel, or what's the?
Nope, the whole pattern. 'Cause
Really?
I wore the
Yeah.
bone colorway,
Wow.
and she wasn't feeling it either.
Too
She's like,
aggressive.
"There's too much. I'm like,
Too much
you know what,
going
I'm gonna
on.
wear them.
I don't think there's too much
and
going.
I don't find it
Eventually,
like
they'll
more
sink in.
busy than like a zebra. You know?
I don't think it's as busy at all. I mean, it's almost like a camouflage type of vibe to it.
It's
but
kind of cool like that. Yeah.
It's got the
I love
a
'em.
bright hint of
Mhm.
something else.
I wanted to wear
It's
them on
not
date
that bad.
night, and I got shut down.
Huh. Wow. Shut down on date night. Well, won't be the first or
Sorry to
last
hear
time. I bet.
Whoa.
Shots fired. Bang,
Shoes.
bang.
Talking about the shoes.
That's funny. Today I wore a pair of I'm starting to love them. They're becoming one of my favorite shoes. My Yeezy 700 Wave Runner that I'm just super on board with, guys. And I'm really starting to feel them break in, if that makes any sense. Like, I was standing outside today waiting for you guys to show up, and I was like, oh, wow, it doesn't feel as squishy as it used to, like, when I first got it, you know?
So better that it's not squishy.
I would say I just noticed it out of nowhere, you know, and it really feels like it's really broken in now,
Gotcha.
which is nice. It kind of feels like it's mine, like it's 100% mine now.
It's got musk of Mike.
Exactly. That was
Very
a bad
nice.
idea.
Have
Yeah.
you cleaned them yet?
I have yet to clean them, dude.
Hmm.
I've yet to
I
clean
would.
them.
I would.
They are broken.
Yeah. I noticed that you smelled them and you were like.
That
what
was a
is
bad
it?
idea.
I use a specific
You got like, a
freshener.
good spray?
right? No, and I like it. I found a scent that I really like.
Nice.
Now, I got an sent I think a lot of people sent an email. Say, hey, you could do like a influencer partnership with this
Yeah.
brand. And I couldn't figure out their form. For me, if it's not easy to fill out, I'm like,
Yeah,
you
it's
don't-
over. It's
forget
over.
it. I don't have time for this.
Gotcha.
So maybe it's me, but like,
Well, maybe.
because of that,
Maybe
I'm
it's
not mentioning their name. But like, I'll tell you about it. off the pod.
Nice.
It's
I'm
very
looking
nice.
forward to this.
So, yeah. I spray all my shoes all the time.
That's
Too
cool.
bad. Yeah.
No, that's cool. I used to do the whole just like Febreze, like right?
Yeah.
But after a while, I find it gets just too perfumey.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Mine was
Too
lilac,
much-
too lilac-ish.
Yeah.
Too lilac-ish.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
too aggressive. I found.
It's like a mix of foot funk and Febreze.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just masking the funk.
clash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
gotcha.
in there.
It's masking the
Mhm.
funk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy with these, and I think I might need another pair at one point.
Do
Wave
it.
Yeah,
runners?
yeah. I think I might need another pair at
Mm.
one point. now's the time.
Serious
Go check
business.
them out. But guys, Chris, what you wearing for today?
Today I'm wearing a Jordan 1 reverse shattered backboard.
Very nice.
I was actually going to wear my bread ones tonight, but I realized I did wear them like a couple of episodes ago. And also, I think Sean wore his a couple of episodes
No, the same
ago.
episode we had you had the Lance Mountains on it.
Yeah, I had
something,
the Lance Mountains, but
But they were- yeah.
So
They were black and red.
Yeah.
and then I was like, well, you know what? I'll just wear my black toes because I really like my black toes.
Yep.
Then I wait, Sean wore those a couple of episodes ago
Ah,
with his
Sean.
red
Yeah,
laces.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, motherfucker. So I decided, you know what? I need something that goes with my outfit
Yeah.
or that doesn't go with my outfit. I'll explain that later. And I chose these. Reverse
Very
shutter
nice.
bar. I thought they were special enough.
I think I like that colorway better than
The
reverse-
original. The shattered back.
the shatter backboard. Yeah.
The non-reversed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
how they're beat up. They're so good.
Yeah, they look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't touch
Very nice.
it. Hey. And yeah.
What about
Totally.
what about you, Sean?
I am wearing. I wore all day today. Well, today is actually the 30th anniversary
Oh,
of the shot against Cleveland. Michael Jordan hit the famous shot.
the shot.
May 7th, 1989, he hit it. And so, in honor of that, I'm wearing the 2019 Black Cement Air Jordan 4. And I heard you guys had a nice conversation about that. last
Yeah, yeah,
week.
yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
And I like to set the record straight.
Oh,
Uh,
and I would like to correct all of you right now.
just in terms of the commercial that came out. And I'm sorry I couldn't be here last week, guys, but there was a bridge closed and I just couldn't get here. But the commercial came out, and I really wanted to talk about it on the pod, and I got shut down from that. So I'll just take a few seconds here to talk about it now.
The floor is yours.
You got 45 minutes.
Yeah,
TikTok,
that's not
man.
enough. That's not enough. We're going long tonight, people.
Time is money.
So, and Chris was right. I really don't care what people call them. I joke around a lot about it. And I don't like the term bread. I don't use the term bread. I think it's a stupid nickname. But I don't care what other people call them. My issue with the commercial is not that they're now they're officially using bread. It's that they used the food bread to compare to Michael Jordan's career and legacy. His is like fucking bread. Bread.
What do you
Not-
think, Michael
Not
Jordan?
like
Not fucking bread.
no
bread.
Like,
Just bread.
yes, it's like the man. What more did the man did everything, and you compared him to toast. It was embarrassing.
Dry.
It was
Dry
just it was
toast.
embarrassing. So I really don't care that people use bread. I a little bit bugged that they use bread as the the official website and all that stuff, but the toast thing and he rises and bread
He
rising
rises.
and he cooks at 100 with 23 minutes and all that stuff. It's like, oh, stop. Anyway, that's just to clarify
How do you really
the bread
feel?
thing. Yeah, these are black cements, by the way. On top of that.
Black cement fours.
Yeah.
You mean elephant print?
Yeah. Well, the
Force.
point. Yeah, exactly. The point with being okay. So, like Chris said on the last podcast, I do call them black cements because that's what's on the box. The official colorway is black cement, and also if you just look at the shoe, there's a lot more gray on it than there is red. The red is actually mostly on the outsole, and a little bit behind the tongue and the Jumpman. But I mean, gray midsole, gray tabs, gray on the Nike Air, gray. That's it.
Just great.
Long story short, that's it. That's what I wore. That's what I wore today, guys.
I'm calling them the big tongue.
You call them
The
whatever you
big
want.
tongue?
The big tongue.
You think
Yeah.
they got a big
So
tongue?
Yeah.
The 99s had an even bigger tongue than that, but they're big.
officially, though,
Yes.
on the box it's black
Black cement.
cement
Gray.
gray.
Yes,
Well, why don't you call them black cement gray?
because
Because
you don't call anything black cement gray. You don't call the white cements. We don't say a white cement gray.
gotcha.
You don't say the threes
so
white.
so what you're
You don't
what
say
you're
white
doing
cement
is
gray
you're
threes.
shortening the name.
Stop it.
Oh,
Don't play semantics. Don't play semantics, man. I'm not shortening the name is different than abbreviating because you can't say black and red.
You can call it Blement.
Oh,
there you go.
God.
Let's do that. I'd rather that than bread because they're not really black and red.
Lament.
They're black and gray.
The Blement big tongues.
Yeah. Well, the black
That's
cement the black cement gray is a great shoe.
Yeah,
Fantastic shoe.
The Air Jordan 4 black cement gray
that's right.
is a great shoe.
Yeah. And so while getting back to the shoe itself that I wore today, I was lucky enough to get actually gifted this pair from The people at Jordan Brand.
Oh,
You mean the people that made that commercial?
That's right.
All right.
That's right. That's right. So,
Wow.
yeah. So you can call them whatever you want, but
Okay, well, we can get into pickups a little bit later.
Sure.
If that's cool.
yes,
that's cool with you?
Of course.
All right.
I will not call those breads.
Thank you.
I will not.
Blements.
Blements.
Blements. Guys,
Yes.
Yes.
something
Mike.
happened this week that was really, really awesome while we were away. And guess what? Quality Claus came.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Quality Claus?
Yes.
Well, it's just like Santa Claus, but it's for
That's right.
quality.
Yeah.
So I want to give a big shout out to our boys over at Quality for always taking care of
Faux
us.
show.
Quality Claus came, dropped off some really great stuff. Really great stuff. Look how snazzy Chris is looking right now.
Why are you singling me out, man? We all
because you look better than
good.
all of us.
Well, that's whether I have quality on or not, but way more apparent when I have the quality on.
That's right. What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing this, I think they call it the floral shirt. I like it. Some people might say that I need a bigger size. I don't know. I think it hugs me just right. In all the, right, places.
right places.
Yeah.
That's awesome. This is a perfect summer shirt. Would you say this is like super light to wear?
It's super light to wear. You definitely get noticed for all the right reasons. And I think it's like a great transition shirt. What do I mean by that? I mean, you wear it during the day, and if you have somewhere to go afterwards,
You're good.
you're good.
You're good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You will be memorable.
Mm.
Well,
I'll tell you that.
not only does he have this fancy floral
Mhm.
shirt on,
Oh,
we're going to get the quality crotch shot of the week. And it's
Okay.
coming from Chris. Why?
yeah.
Stand up, sir.
Because it has
All
to.
right.
Stand up, sir. Look what he's
Wow,
got on right
what
there.
the heck?
There's a lot going on right there.
It's just the pleats, everybody.
Check out that crotch pad.
It's an optical illusion.
It's the pattern on the pants.
That's right.
It's a pattern on the pants.
So this is their new plaid pant. It's really cool.
Nice.
So the guys were, mentioning that I'm going all out tonight. Yes, I felt like this is a very cool look. I am going all out. I felt like if I didn't showcase it tonight, I'd be doing it in injustice.
Right? Look at that.
I mean, I'm always very happy when we go visit Quality.
Oh,
And then we get to pick out our items and such. And this time they had their new collection out, right?
Mhm.
The new. Exactly. So I was extremely excited because one, we had to make sure that we had to try on clothes. It's a weird thing. It's cool to
you
try
gotta
on clothes.
It's cool to try it
Yeah.
on, and they give you the time to just kind of relax. And
Yeah. Chit chat with them. And then once you know which fit is right for you, then we pick up all our pieces and
it's awesome.
ecstatic.
Yeah.
Very happy with this run.
I'm trying out something, a piece that I haven't tried before. It's called the Tower Tee. It's a longer tee, and it fits me perfectly
To a T.
to a T.
Oh.
Some would say
all their tees, even the scoop tees,
Dude,
so good.
Scoop tees are fantastic, and I just picked up that new Perfect hoodie in the sage colorway.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Spring and summer banger, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Go
Sage
check it
is
out.
the color.
Sage is an amazing color. Go
you-
check it out. Quality.com. You can use our coupon code TSP20. Get 20% off. Sign up for their newsletter. Sign up for an account. Super, super fast shipping. And tell them the TSP boys sent them. You. So
Yeah.
sent them you.
Send them to you.
Sent them to you. Yes. You're welcome. So go check them out, guys. Quality.com. And go check them out on Instagram at Quality. Go follow them. Go like them. Good shots on there.
Shout out.
Check out all the stuff.
Shout.
All right, guys, let's move on. Pickups. Now, on the last podcast, I kind of gave a little hint to something I was picking up. Guess what? It's not here yet.
Ah, that's
So
right.
guess what? We'll have to talk about that later.
And that'll be some story, too.
That will be some story. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Chloe, moving down the table. Did you pick up anything?
Yep. I got these acronyms.
Amazing.
I couldn't wait. I had to wear them.
Dude, the fact that you're buying new stuff, pulling it out of the box, and wearing them right away, I give you mad props for that, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry, I don't mean to make a comment about how you were going about your buying strategy before, but I do enjoy current clothes strategy very much.
It's very nice.
yeah.
It's very, would you
Buying
say
the
you're going very
focused,
fast?
all those acronym pieces,
Yeah.
knocking them off one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Thanks, guys.
Chloe's
Yeah.
moving fast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, skipping Sean because we're gonna
Who
make him go
cares?
last.
Because
And who cares?
Who cares? That's right.
Chris, what'd you pick up this week? Anything?
So this past weekend, there was a little friends and family sale at the Nike outlet.
Shout out to the Nike outlets on those friends and family 30% off the
Yeah.
wall. Good stuff.
Very cool. So I stopped in there with a couple of buddies, and we're shopping around. I picked up a couple of pieces for the wifey, like
Nice.
some apparel and such. I found a couple of pants for myself as well, but no sneakers. You know, it was that kind of a trip. But when it's friends and family, you kind of hope that you find something.
Sure.
So I was about to head out, and here's something that I do at the outlet. Before I head out, right, you always do one last pass.
One last pass.
One
Always.
last
Of course.
pass.
An extra lap.
Yeah.
And one extra lap.
You might have missed something.
Exactly. And what happens when you do the one last pass is people put shoes back onto the wall.
Ah, yes.
And that's when I spotted these.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Kyrie
Kyrie fours.
in the Halloween colorway.
Oh, I love this colorway.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My size
Material.
only. I went and asked one of the sales rep if they had like the box top or like a full box, and he was like, "No, that is the only pair that they had because
Wow.
it was a." He said it was a return from a customer, and they took it, and he knows it's the only one there because he put it out on the wall, and didn't have it at that outlet.
So cool.
So boom, I picked it up. They're a bit beat because I played in them already.
I was going to
Nice.
say.
Yeah, I wore them to play right
How
away.
did you feel playing in them?
Good.
They felt good?
Good. I do enjoy the Kyrie
Little
5 more than the Kyrie
Okay.
Oh, okay.
4 for playing. Yeah. I feel it a bit loose up in the ankle
Mhm.
area. That's me. But I like the look at the shoe. You know,
Yeah, they're cool.
very cool. So
I
that
like the dripping effect on
the
the,
drippy,
swoosh.
drippy,
Drip,
drippy.
drip, drip,
Drip.
drip.
Then I also did a second day at the outlet because they replenished the stock, right? They
Oh.
put in different shoes, and I happened to find these
Ooh. Flying
Flying
in
trainers.
Oh.
These are the trainers,
The Yay Knits.
not this colorway. But
I know the white colorway is,
but this, yeah. So these have been at the outlet for a very long time, but they finally
Nice.
hit the wall, and it was finally a friends and family, which is basically a 30% over 30%. So I got them at a very nice price.
Oh, they're so nice, dude.
So light.
Yeah,
Crazy light.
What a great shoe.
and yeah, I think it was my friend's influence. Shout out to Montreal Diaries. She got herself a pair, and she was like, "You have to get these. They're great for like just running around and whatever."
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, can't go wrong.
For that price, no.
For that price, no. So I picked those up,
Nice.
and then speaking of Montreal Diaries, she went back to the outlet the next day, and she did a pass in my size, right?
Ooh.
And she goes, "Well, there isn't a size 10 of a particular shoe, but there is a 9.5 in this shoe."
Yeah, let's do the twist here.
Boom.
Oh.
And I got the
Oh, damn.
Nike,
React 55?
yep, Element 55
Woo.
React, and it's the
So-
price.
it's
The
so
price. The
light.
price that sold me, and I like this colorway a lot. It's not like there's some flashy colorways, but this one I like. I think I can.
These are cool, yeah.
And you know what? Really comfy, guys.
They look comfortable.
Like really, really comfy.
They're so light.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
They even
And
lighter
this
than
is
these.
so this is a 9.5, right? So my idea was, oh well, pick it up for me. I'll try them on, and if they're too small or too tight, then I'll just return them.
Mhm.
You know, but they fit. They fit
Oh,
all right.
good.
10 would have worked as well, but 9.5 doesn't hurt.
Oh, good.
I'll just wear like a thin sock.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's gonna be my
dude.
a summer shoe for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What was the price
That's
point?
a sick silhouette.
This was $60.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, yeah. So
$60.
So this is the Nike React Element 55,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
which is technically like a takedown version of the 87.
87, yeah.
Okay.
The 87, very sought after shoe, by the way.
Very sought
They
after,
sell it
Yeah.
like
yeah.
that.
But for 60,
Mm.
I'll take it down.
yeah,
Great
for
shoe,
sure.
dude,
Yeah,
for
for
60
sure.
bucks. And it's a nice colorway, too. That little bit of
Thank you.
like aqua teal with black.
Totally. Yeah, that's why I like.
Easy to wear.
Apparently there was a black and red version as well at the outlet. I
Oh,
don't think I
damn.
would have picked that one up.
No, this is
You mean
kinda-
bread?
This
Black
is
and
good.
red.
No, black, and there was a bit of gray on it.
Oh, it's the cements.
And then I think last week we mentioned that didn't receive anything from Puma for a while.
I remember
Oh.
we were talking about something, right? We were talking
Yeah,
about
we were talking
the
about
Puma
that.
hoops.
Yeah, Puma hoops and I hadn't received a package from Puma in a bit, but that's fine. And then boom, the next day I got a notification that
They
something
heard you,
came
man.
in.
They heard you.
And here it is. This is the I assume it's called the liquid cell. It's LQD cell origin. And here it is. Pretty funky colorway.
Oh, cool.
Here you go.
Cool.
Whoa. Very cool.
So I got these pretty early because they're slated to release May 16th.
Oh, wow. That is early.
Yeah.
It's very early.
So I'm a bit, maybe I've even, breaking the embargo. Well, I don't know. Didn't give me any info.
If they don't say it.
Yeah. So
Their
there you go.
problem.
Yeah, these should release May 16th at Sport Check.
Cool.
Exclusively.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Sport Check
this
exclusive.
This is a basketball shoe, right?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
No?
No?
It's just a runner.
Damn. It's got basketball vibes,
Yeah.
Let me read this.
especially in this heel here. Yeah. A lot going on.
Nope.
Nope.
Street design in one series shoe.
Oh.
Serious street.
Because I think if it were a
Big tongue.
basketball, it'd come in a black box first off.
That's
Ah.
true. That's the Puma Hoops box. That should have gave it away. Why didn't we know that?
A chorus of
Stable as cell. Yeah, liquid cell.
Yeah.
Very cool. Shout out to Puma.
Shout out.
Very cool colorway. Very different.
There's a lot going on this
A
show.
lot.
Now, you guys have seen maybe the new trailer for the new Sonic movie,
Yep.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when I see that, all I think about is the Puma collaboration with Sega and Sonic.
All right.
That's all I think about when I see it. Cute cartoon. They got some
Very
work to
cool.
do.
It's cool because there's Jim Carrey's in that.
That's true,
Which
yeah.
is really cool.
He's the villain.
You know?
Yeah.
All right.
Very
Very cool.
cool.
Well,
All right.
guess what? We're moving on.
All right.
Dude, that's a lot of shoes.
That is a lot of shoes.
A lot of shoes, man.
You cleaned up this week.
Yeah, and at first visit, it was looking like no shoes at all,
Ah, gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Gotcha.
that last pass.
Nice.
Well, Mr. Sean Collard,
Yeah.
do you have a pickup story extraordinaire for us?
Sort of. Yeah.
Tell me a story, Uncle Scott.
So as I leaked earlier, as I gave you a spoiler alert earlier, I was actually gifted this pair of black cement 4s, and it's got a kind of crazy story behind it. So the same gentleman who helped us out in Charlotte and got us all through those crazy VIP stuff, and the same guy who hooked us up with the Concords, the OG support group with the Concords, actually hit myself and Brian, aka OG Sneaker Nerd, from the OG support group, and he said, "I've got a project in the works. I think I might want you guys to help out with." And I'm like, "Okay." And I've kind of heard of some things like that before, and it kind of never happened. So I thought, whatever, take it with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
And no, he hit us up and he's like, I'd like to have a meeting with you guys, like a virtual meeting. So probably a couple months ago, he set up a time for us to meet with him online, and he actually we had an actual marketing meeting with Jordan Brand.
Damn.
And he ran us through the plan he was trying to execute for the storylines, the storytelling behind the release of the Black Cement 4, and that how he was going to tie it was going to be surrounding the shot, so that famous shot in 1989. And the idea was he wanted it to tie to Michael Jordan took his shot in 1989, and now so-and-so is taking their shot by, like, for example, my shot, quote-unquote, was I'd now take my shot at helping adults with special needs meet their goals and so on and so forth.
Very cool.
And so the whole theme was the shot. And so we actually asked Brian and I to write some storytelling pieces for him, which we did. And I think that was sort of to help sell his pitch to the higher ups to get this sort of launch thing off the ground. And he wanted to have like a sort of a VIP party in Los Angeles at the Jumpman store there in LA. And so we wrote the storytelling pieces, and then it actually worked. Brian actually created without even asking. Brian created a video on iMovie with a bunch of clips from the 1989 playoffs with all kinds of crazy plays with Michael Jordan, and put it to "Fight the Power" with by Public Enemy, which the opening line is 1989, right? So that it kind of tied in right there. And so that couldn't get used, but he thought it might help sell something to the higher ups, and it actually worked. So the project was a go. Our our pieces were accepted and all that stuff. And then he said he wanted us, and he said because we helped him out, and so then he said because we helped him out so much with this project, we would be receiving something in the mail. And so a week later, 2 weeks later,
T-shirt.
A hat and a wristband came in. No, and the Black Cement Force showed up at my door, so that was freaking crazy. And then he said, so he hit us up and he said, listen, I'd like you guys to be at the party if you can be in LA. And I'm like, yeah, I can work that out.
I could be in LA. I could.
Yeah, and he said we were also looking for actually some, if you guys have any memorabilia and stuff that you'd like to not donate, but lend to us so that we can display it at this event. And I know I had a T-shirt from 1989, the playground T-shirt. If anybody's ever seen that, with there's a poster of it as well. But I had the T-shirt from that when I was 15 years old, so back in 1989, and so I shipped that off, and I shipped an article from 1989, actually from May 1989. That was all about Michael Jordan. I sent that off, and I sent the original hang tag for my Black Cement Force from 1989.
Damn, nice.
And Brian sent a whole bunch of Sports Illustrated issues, and so I think some Wheaties boxes or something.
Damn.
So he sent a lot more stuff than I did, but he had most of it covered. So I was like, I'm just gonna send him what I can because I didn't want to send too much stuff. So I sent that off, and the other side of the project was that it was also this party was going to highlight and feature Hoop Fresh. So if anybody follows Hoop Fresh, and the E is the number 3 instead of an E. He is actually what he's doing. And I think I talked about him maybe several months ago. The first big project he ever did, and it's on Instagram, was that he actually took a Black Cement 3 from 2011, and he redesigned it, or he made it look like an OG. So he lowered the cut. He lowered the cut of the elephant print around the toe. He tumbled the leather more. He yellowed the white part of the midsole a little bit. He switched the heel tabs to Nike Air, and the 2011 he made a 2011 3 look exactly like an OG.
Wow.
It was crazy, and he's been doing a lot of stuff since then. So because he's LA based, the guy from Jordan Brand said I'd really love to have him featured and actually come and show off what he does.
Wow.
And so this is him taking his shot at becoming a sneaker designer and so on and so forth. And so that was the main feature of the party. So long story short, Brian was going to drive to LA because he lives in Phoenix. And so I said, well, listen, I'll fly to Phoenix and we'll drive to LA.
Oh, cool.
So, because I didn't, rather than have him drive 6 hours by himself, like an idiot, I said I'd fly 5 hours and then drive 6 hours. So I flew to Phoenix, and on last Friday, so today we're May the 7th, so this past Friday, I flew to Phoenix. I immediately got my luggage and hopped in a car, and we immediately drove all the way to LA.
Right from the airport.
Right from the airport. We wasted no time because that party was last Friday night. And so we got there. I got some In-N-Out burger on the way, which I'd never had before, which is very cool.
Was it good?
It was excellent. And shout out In-N-Out burger. We don't have any of them around here, so they can't sponsor us. But
No.
so we get to the party, and it's a jammin' VIP door. It's at the Jumpman store in LA, like I said, and the doors are closed. You had to have a wristband to get in, and all that kind of stuff. And so we get in. We're given a ticket. And we didn't know what the ticket was for, but we've been told that maybe we'd have the chance to purchase another pair if we wanted to buy a pair of the Black 4s. So I think that was for, but the person from Jordan Brand said, you don't need the ticket. I've got you hooked up already, so don't worry. Your pairs are already set aside. So I was like, holy shit. This is nuts. So it was like a jamming party, and there was there was drinks and there was food, and tons of people were there. It's Solomon. So Hoop Fresh's name is Solomon Peck. He was doing his thing. He was like signing autographs. I mean, people really the work he does.
Nice.
So he completely dismantled an original Jordan 4. So he completely dissected every piece of paneling was completely apart and just laid out on one big table.
Wow.
And then he reassembled and he made he found fabric that he thought closely mimicked the original Durabuck from 1989. He then created a new Air Jordan 4 with the correct height and it was crazy. So he was really showing off his talents. That was that it was centered around him. And then the whole wall but behind him was all the memorabilia, posters and original design sketches from Tinker Hatfield, and my shirt was hanging back there among all of the stuff.
Wow.
And my stuff and Brian's stuff was in a display case on the under a counter, and it was nuts, man. So it was a trip,
cool.
yeah. So then we're chatting with people, and then the guy from Jordan Brand says, this isn't like this. It wasn't as big as Charlotte because Charlotte was like NBA All-Star Weekend,
yeah.
right? So it was a big VIP party, but it wasn't like an All-Star where there's a museum being taken over, right? So. But he said, I really want to do something special for you guys, so do you guys want to watch the game later? And the Portland, he's from Portland, and so he was Portland Trailblazers his team, and they were playing that night. And we said, of course, yeah. We figured we'd go to a bar and get some drinks and stuff and watch the game. And so just before the game was going to start, he's like, we're going to get drinks and we're going to go upstairs and watch the game. I'm like, okay.
I thought he was going to go on a jet.
No. Yeah.
We're going to Portland.
I don't think even Jordan has that much money. No, but so he's like, well, we're going upstairs. So we follow him upstairs, and upstairs at the Jordan store in LA is an actual basketball court.
Nice.
The floor is made of glass, and it lights up like so that the Jumpman's in the middle, and there's like those. It's all like art designs on the glass, and it lights up red all around like the baseline and the borderline and all that stuff, and the midcourt line and the three. That's all lit up red, and on the wall beside the court is a ginormous screen, which is where we're going to watch the game.
Oh my God! Wow.
So cool.
So it's myself, Brian, 2 people from Jordan Brand, and 2 people from Foot Action who actually run the Jumpman store in LA, and like they do here in Toronto as well. And so there's just a few of us, and Brian and I are like shooting hoops on this court while we're watching the game with the people from Jordan Brand.
Damn.
And Foot Action, and a few drinks were handed around, and it was like the sun's like setting over LA, and we're like, what? How the hell
surreal
did I get here? Like from writing a little story, and it was crazy. So that was basically my Jordan Brand experience last weekend, and I got home. So then after that, it was like the rest of we actually the next morning. We were there pretty late, and then the next morning we went to visit a fellow OG support group member, Seth Burke, who lives in Malibu. So we drove to Malibu, met up with him for brunch, which was really cool, and then immediately drove back to Phoenix again.
Damn.
Wow.
And we stopped. So I should say here, just to show you that I did get an extra pair. And he wasn't lying. There's my name on the box. This is my.
Oh, nice.
My 11 and a half that was set aside for me. So I have another. I don't have to take them out, but this was my second pair that I picked up.
God.
So I didn't have to worry about securing a double up. I got a double up there.
Nice.
Wow. And I also got the wifey a pair. I got the wifey a pair.
Nice, dude.
Jordan
Bonus
store.
points.
And get this. So I told her on the Friday night that I picked her up a pair at this Jordan store at the event. And she was excited, and she was so happy because she had wanted a pair. And then the next morning, she texted me, I doubled up.
Bravo.
She, on her own volition, went and doubled up on Foot Locker.
Amazing.
So she's
so cool.
That's her second double up now. The Concords and now the Black Cement Force.
Wow, man.
Created a monster.
So then we went back to Phoenix, and I spent the rest of the weekend with my friend Brian and his family, who was really cool and
Dude,
great
that's
people.
amazing.
And then I came home last night, and now I'm here, and I'm tired, but I'm pumped. Man.
Pumped. Dude, it's really, we've talked about it on the podcast before. When one of the team members from the podcast wins, everyone wins, and that's how I feel right now. Wow,
thanks,
dude, that
man.
story is
That's
crazy.
cool,
Thank you,
man.
And that's your third event, I guess you could say, or
I guess
experience
so,
with Jordan
yeah.
Brand.
Yeah.
You know, you had
Toronto,
Toronto,
Charlotte, and now this. Yeah,
Dude.
it's nuts.
Toronto, Charlotte, L.A.
Hey,
Doesn't sound too bad, does it?
What does Chris say? I get around.
Yeah, very nice.
He's learning. He's learning.
Thank you guys.
Oh,
And,
wow, dude.
Yeah. So the the wifey's pair was what was in the bag, right? Because I saw your stories. You had two.
That was what I bought her.
Okay.
I bought those at the event in L.A. And
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Because I saw your story and I was like, I'm pretty sure the first box is the Black Cement 4. I just don't know what because it flashed so quick. I was like, I don't know what the second pair is. I was excited.
It's her. That was her pair.
Yeah, very cool.
And then she
So dope.
Yeah, she's doubled up. I'm so happy.
So did you? I know before leaving for your trip, I was like, so are you just gonna wear one pair of shoe the whole trip? And you laughed in my face.
yeah. I had to kind of keep it hush hush because I didn't know. Like even the project itself, I wasn't allowed really even to talk about the fact that I got gifted these maybe a week or two before the launch. And so I wasn't allowed to talk about that until like a certain time, and so I didn't even tell. I told Chris like I think the day before I left for LA, maybe.
Yeah,
because
I wanted to have brunch with you. You're like, nope, sorry, I'm going to
I was
LA.
like, yeah, sorry, buddy, I gotta hop on a plane. So I was like sort of, and these guys didn't know at all, and so Mike's like, what you went in LA?
You went to LA?
He saw my Instagram stories. I'm in LA. So it was hush hush. The whole project was hush hush.
Lazy Sunday.
Yeah.
Lazy Sunday in Malibu.
So I wore these to the party, and I just want to know what I brought to LA. I brought my Fire Red Fords with the Mars Blackman from 2006.
Nice.
I wore to LA my Black Cement 3s, and I switched when I got to the party to the Black Cement 4s. To these. And I brought Tinkers, but I never actually ended up wearing my Tinkers. So I was going to make it a whole Jordan 4 theme, but I decided against it.
Cool.
Very cool.
2 3s, 2 4s.
Question: Any celebs at the party?
No. No celebs at the party.
Other than you?
Well,
No.
besides me and Brian Romney.
And that game, that Portland game, is the quadruple overtime game.
Yeah, but we didn't stay for the whole game because it was like believe it or not, they were embarrassed, but they were having technical difficulties. At one point, we were watching the game, and then the whole screen like zoomed in, and so all we could see was sort of the top of their heads and like the crowd.
Nice.
And it took like for half an hour. They were trying to fix it, and they were like, "I'm so embarrassed, guys." Like the fun's over.
It's over.
Yeah. So we didn't watch the whole quadruple overtime.
Yeah, you would have been there forever.
Get
exactly.
out and go to a bar, you
Exactly.
degenerate.
We hadn't checked into the hotel or anything
But
yet. So.
I love those stores that have courts in them, and I never play on them because I don't want to be that dude that's playing in the store.
Yeah.
But when that whole zone is just for yourself,
Yeah,
oh
man.
man,
Go time.
I'm like, are we doing this? We're actually going to start shooting hoops. And Brian wasn't even hesitating. Brian saw a ball and ran to the ball and started shooting. I'm like, I guess we're doing this. Let's do it.
He's like, these nuts, Sean Collar, boom. And
Exactly. Yeah. In your face.
What an amazing story, dude.
Very cool.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
Thanks, man.
You tell it so well, too.
I don't know if I did. I don't remember what I said. So I'll have to watch it back.
Yeah, good thing we got this podcast.
And by the way, when I said that I held the box up, and I don't think the listeners who aren't watching the YouTube channel know what I was talking about. I was holding up the box with that. It had my name and my size on it. That was showing
very
myself.
cool.
That's all.
There was a post-it on it.
Yeah, it's a post-it on it.
You're going to keep it posted on it?
I am going to keep the post-it on it.
Yeah.
What if it falls
Laminate
off?
it.
Are you going to put it inside the box?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sick like that.
Very cool.
Well, it's nice to keep a little bit of, the story.
He
for sure.
photocopied it.
Exactly.
It looked just like this. All right, guys. Well, it's been one amazing story. Let's move on to what has been flooding our feeds. Guys, the ramp up to Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 is
Palpable.
here.
Rah.
And it's going crazy. Everyone's out with their raffles. Everyone's getting their online Instagram raffles out, and people are getting really excited for this shoe. From what I saw, the Toronto lineup at the Jumpman store for the raffle looked crazy around the corner.
Yeah. So before finding out it was a raffle, I was already texting these guys that, hey, I think the Travis Scott AJ1 is midnight mission worthy.
Oh.
And what do we mean by midnight mission is that we live in Montreal. Toronto is about 6 hours away driving.
Yep.
And the release is usually Saturday morning. Now, if we were to leave in the evening of the Friday, we would get there in the very early morning,
5, 6 in the morning. Yeah.
Right.
5:36.
or even earlier.
Yeah.
Like if
We'd have to leave
if we
early.
leave at 9 p.m.
Oh,
let's
yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we get there at 3
Oh,
a.m.
sure.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
give or take. Couple of guys driving shifts, huh?
Yeah.
No stopping for
Shifts. That's
right?
what happened last time. Shifts.
Yeah, no drive.
Did
no
Mike
stopping
drive
for
the whole time?
No. Chris drove a lot,
Oh.
and then I drove.
Yeah. And then
End of story.
we would get to the store, like we'd get right into the line and start
Yeah.
camping,
Yeah.
right? And then we could depending on number of units, we would have a shot. See how I tied that in?
Just
The
a
shot. The shot.
The shot. The
Very nice.
shot at grabbing
Nicely
the
done.
Jordan 1 Travis Scott. So, very exciting. I think me and Chloe were discussing it. I think I knew that Sean, I don't know if you consider this Midnight Mission worthy.
Is it this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, I think after LA, I might need a
Exactly.
break.
So we were
I
like,
need a break.
maybe Sean will sit this one out.
I may have to sit this one out.
And I think, Mike, you're
I'm going on a little trip, so
Yeah.
I can't go.
so it was-
Otherwise, though, I would have been there 100%.
So it's a buddy movie happening this weekend. Chloe,
Yeah.
and Chris.
it
Chloe and Chris show.
it could have been, and I
Oh.
think
It could have been.
Chloe, your level of preparedness, your level of excitement.
I think
Oh,
the
no.
first thing I wrote to him was, I'm thinking of what snacks to bring.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'm like, drinks.
cashews.
Yep. And
Cashews.
I'm like,
Empty
I gotta
bottles
get
for,
some
you know.
chairs, some new
Yeah.
chairs.
Yeah.
It's
So we
going
were-
down.
Oh,
Is that what the chairs
now
are
that
for?
makes sense.
I got a hall pass, everything.
we were planning this one out. Like we were raring to go. But then news came out that it wasn't a first come first serve situation. It was a raffle situation.
Oh, no way.
So the raffle
Oh, that
Things
sucks.
change.
occurred. By the time you listen to this, it's release day. So it's a raffle. So we don't really have a chance because we'd have to first sign up
Right.
for the raffle
Physically
and then
be
be
there,
there
yeah.
to pick it up.
Oh,
so,
man. At the Jumpman store, it's a raffle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Around the block raffle.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sure.
exactly. So what Mike said, the people lining up to enter the raffle, crazy line.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Right.
Down Young Street, around the corner,
Oh,
down
man.
Dundas.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So your other opportunities is to enter all these online raffles on Instagram
Right.
for different shops.
Does
I think
anybody need me to enter in your raffles?
Yes.
You guys
Yes.
can fight over it? You guys can fight over it?
Size
Everyone.
8.
enter?
Size eight?
for-
Got
I
it.
want Chloe
enter
to
for
get
the
them.
boys.
So
Yeah.
I
So-
opened 23 brand new Instagram accounts to enter more raffles.
I need more friends.
And yeah, so we entering these raffles, and we'll see what happens, right? Because
If it happens, it happens.
that's it.
And that's the thing, especially when it comes to like IG raffles. You can enter so many, and then you kind of forget. Does that ever happen to you? You forget what you signed
Yeah.
up for. Do you write it down? Because sometimes if you
No.
double enter, they will disqualify
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I just go and
I-
look at the heart.
Exactly. If I've hearted
Oh,
it,
right.
Ah,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
done it.
Smart,
if
smart
I've
move.
liked it, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a good system there,
Yeah.
guys.
Good.
But
There are
yeah.
ways.
So good luck to anyone that has entered a raffle.
Yes.
By the time you listen to this, hopefully, hey, you are one of the winners.
Is this going to be on .ca?
No, not
How do you feel
Shocking.
about that?
No,
Shocking.
not that I know of. Because from what I
We
understand,
already called it. I already called it a long time
Yeah,
ago.
you did.
is that if it's a raffle situation,
Mhm.
it probably won't, or it would be down the line. It's never
Right.
the same weekend.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. It is on some American sites though. You can take
First
your
come,
chance
first
there.
serve.
No,
Like,
like online release.
Gotcha.
Or,
Is that what you tagged me in one in extra butter? Is that did they ship to the state to Canada or
Yeah,
Or-
they have an online
I'm not sure if you know this,
Instagram. Instagram raffle.
but some people have U.S. addresses.
yeah.
that's true? But I'm just saying if I win it, I don't have a U.S. address.
Oh,
Where are your parents, bro? They're
They're
home.
back home in Canada.
Oh.
Stupid snowbirds
well, why don't we get
Yeah,
you a
snowbirds.
U.S. address?
can't handle
Remedy that.
can't handle 120 degree Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's too bad.
Florida summers. Come on, people.
But
Come
it's-
on.
It's really exciting. The
That's cool.
release. Yeah.
The hype for it is definitely out there. And
Oh,
people
yeah.
are feeling that hype. I think
Well-
right now the reselling is crazy for
What's
for
it at
Travis
now?
Scott's.
Actual value of the shoe has been going down slightly as
Towards the
we're
release.
nearing
Yeah.
the
Gotcha.
release date.
But when no one
I
had a
remember
pair.
a couple of months ago it was at 3,000.
Yeah.
And now it's lowered.
Phew.
It's lowered.
Wow.
It's like half.
Much a bit less than half.
That's
too.
crazy.
Yeah. Less than 3,000. Half of 3,000. Yeah. But yeah. Good luck to anyone that's trying to get a pair.
Yes.
Good luck to you guys.
Big shout
Oh,
out.
thank you, sir.
Chloe, I gotta ask you. You're a big Yeezy 350 V2 guy, or just a Yeezy guy in general.
Yeah.
How do you feel about these new black, reflective and non-reflective?
I think they're dope. I'm going to pass on them because I have a pair of Pirate Blacks. So I'm going to run with that. That's going to be my banger for the summer. My back blanger.
I hear that people are excited about this one.
Oh, it's a great shoe.
I like the
I
back tab.
really
The
think
back tab
everybody
is
should
nice.
go.
The back tab
and,
is
and
very,
you know what?
Very pirate black,
It's
you know?
possible
Yes.
I might try just to test myself, but
One
it's
just
not
might fall into
necessary
your cart.
Just you test your might.
because I got to put the wear into the Black Pirates.
Ah.
I
Gotcha.
almost wore Oxford Tans the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you find yourself struggling to put on the V1 Yeezy 350s?
Nope.
No?
It's gonna happen.
What about you, Sean?
You mean the black?
Yes,
Black? The
the-
black. Like, there's no, can't even make a nickname for black. Then
You know
But-
what's funny?
blacks.
It's black and red,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it?
It's
Yeah.
true.
but they call it pirate black.
It's
They
interesting.
only focus on the
Arr.
black.
R's for red.
So they're not breads then.
Nope.
But like Chris and I were saying, the back tab on this shoe looks very similar to a pirate black,
Yeah,
which is
it is.
it-
I think
it looks the
yeah,
exact same.
It's a really good shoe.
Yeah,
It's a good shoe.
Reflective, non-reflective.
I would go non.
And you don't need the reflective.
No,
How
in
many
my opinion.
situations am I going
Look
to
at my
be
shoes!
reflected upon?
Well,
you're
you know?
not gonna go jogging and hope that it saves you from getting hit by a car.
Sure. Let me tell you something though. If it's the reflectiveness of your shoe that saves you, then maybe don't jog there. Jog somewhere else.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And wear a different pair. Like, come on. All right,
It's
guys.
a really nice shoe though.
Yeah.
Can we move on?
Please do.
You okay? You okay? You got somewhere to be?
No, he doesn't want to. It's okay.
I'm kidding.
He's done with
Talk
the
more
easy
about
talk.
Yeezy. I'm kidding. I spoke for like 10 minutes about myself.
kidding?
yeah.
Go ahead.
It was actually
So-
17.
joke.
I was on the kidding.
So I gotta be honest with you guys. There was a couple of weeks ago. I think I wasn't too happy with the topic of our discussion. Sometimes we run out of ideas of stuff to talk about, and I know you come out with something that just passing, and
Have a good
hope
week,
it's a
have
good
a-
discussion. And because of that, I felt like we had to come up with a really good topic this week or last week. And I wanted Sean included in this. So when he wasn't there last week, we said, let's
Back
table it
burner.
until this week.
Okay.
So hopefully, this does a trick.
And if it doesn't,
Just blame me.
sorry about that.
The whole thing was I was driving home one day and I was considering purchasing a shoe. And my main concern was whether I could resell the shoe or not, right? Like whether the shoe will gain enough value after I purchase it. And that got me thinking, like, why am I thinking this way?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I buying for reselling, thus buying for monetary value,
Right.
versus just buying a shoe because I wanted the shoe, right? So for, could we call that like satisfaction? Like I want that shoe to satisfy my want of the shoe, my desire to
Yeah.
own the shoe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the satisfaction that owning the shoe brings to me is its value, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus how much money the shoe will be worth, representing its value. So I found myself figuring out that I immediately, once I see a shoe, decide whether it falls under the satisfaction category or the monetary category, right? So it changes my strategy for purchasing. It changes my how much I want the shoe, how excited I am about owning a shoe, how much information I will then absorb about the release, okay? And I got to thinking, well, does anyone else think the way I do? And I looked at you guys, and I'm like, I think we're all at
We're all
different
so
levels.
different.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true. We are all so different.
Yeah.
Like, Sean, how would you say you look at this? Would you now when you go to buy shoes, you're buying it to either wear or to have and put in your closet, not to get rid of at any point.
Yeah.
You know, you're really buying it for yourself, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I that's exactly it. And I never for one second think about the resale value or the value of the market or whatever. It's actually quite freeing.
Because you have never paid over retail for.
Oh, I
a pair of
have.
shoes.
I have. Yeah, I have. Back in I purchased one of my one of the DMP packs I have
Okay.
over retail off Nike Talk. Like that's a few times I purchased off like one of the forums or something like that.
But it's not
very
something you
rare,
do on the
very rare.
regular.
No, I haven't done it in many years
Yeah.
actually.
You don't seek to do that.
No, I'm
Okay.
not in that game.
Got you. Has it ever gotten to a point where you're like, oh, these are a little bit too far gone now for me?
Yeah,
So you're like, as much as you wanted that shoe.
the free throw line threes are a perfect
Ah,
example. Yeah, I wanted those so badly when they came out last year, and I thought, well, maybe I'll be able to get them somewhere down the road for not too much more than retail, but now they're $500, $600, something like that. So that's way too much more. That's way more than I would want to spend.
That's a lot.
So I'm out.
You would consider the worth of the shoe being the satisfaction you get out of
Yeah,
getting
and
your hands on
even
them.
like there are pairs that I would be willing to give up to get those shoes, like
Yeah.
that pair. Like maybe I would need probably two pairs maybe to get that pair of shoes. But then I'm thinking, my mentality is like, well, why would I give away two pairs of shoes to get one pair of shoes? So even that bothers me. So
Okay, gotcha.
then I back out.
No, but it's cool because you're not thinking monetary. You're
No.
thinking literally
I'm thinking-
one for one.
Yeah,
like unit
I literally just want the shoe. I don't care about the value or the market value or all that stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what if you looked at it this way, though? Ease of acquiring the
Mhm.
shoe, right? So, for example, the Black Cement 4
Yeah.
was... No, that's a bad example. How about this example? Black Cement 3.
Yes.
Okay. Easier to get
Yeah.
in some situations
Yeah.
versus their free throw line 3.
Yeah.
Right? So, but what if you were to move a couple of pairs that are easier to get the pair that's harder to get? Or
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
or invest into something that's hard to get that you don't necessarily need to then acquire something that's
Right.
harder to get.
later
See-
down the line.
Yeah, and see, this is where my laziness comes into play.
Okay.
I won't shy away from the fact that that sounds like a lot of work to me. And I just don't have the energy to go like.
It is.
Okay.
The hunt is for you guys. I know you guys are a lot about the hunt and the market and and I respect it. But it's just not me. I don't have the stamina to. It's a lot of work. It just sounds like a lot of work to me. And you guys love that work. That's part
Yeah.
of your passion, or if you want to say, or you're part of your collecting experience is that you love that aspect of it. Am I
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
True. Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's just not where I'm at.
Okay. Cool.
It sounds like a lot of work to me.
No, well, so you will buy a shoe and it brings you back to all the history
Yeah.
that you've experienced with that shoe. Look, just now you're adding to that history. The Blacksman 4 will forever have an extra story added to it because
yeah.
you went to
Oh,
LA.
for sure. Yeah.
Right? Well, let's say for me, a new shoe comes out. I don't have a
Right.
backstory to
Right.
attach to it, but the hunting and the dealing that I went through to get the shoe can add to its how special it is.
Oh, I get it. I
Yeah.
get that. Yeah, for sure.
The excitement of the hunt.
The thrill of the hunt.
Ooh, thrill of the hunt.
Mm.
Yeah, it's better.
It's work.
What he said was better.
But how do you feel, Chloe? Like I know you love that. I know you all genuinely love shoes, but I know Chloe is Mr. I fucking love shoes. So, but it's not just that you love the shoes; you also love the hunt.
I love the hunt. Now I definitely want to acquire shoes that I'm going to wear. But it does happen that I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. But if the monetary value is there and the potential that that it will go up in price, I'll get it.
And sit on it?
Once I get it in hand, I'll decide, okay, do I see myself wearing this?
Yeah.
If not, it'll be a piece that I'll hold on to and maybe switch it up for something else in the future. And right now, it's going pretty well. I mean,
Only heat.
yeah, I'm filtering out a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of fun because now I have some bank, and now I'm trying to
Yeah.
get the right pieces.
That's definitely going to make things easier, too.
So
There's no rush.
Your philosophy of only heat, does that play more on monetary value or just satisfaction value?
Oh,
What do you think?
Satisfaction, because not everybody thinks this is heat,
True.
right? Like,
Gotcha.
you guys might be like, VaporMax. Like, who wears VaporMax, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it's like it's dope. Like my wife. Come on, is this heat?
She hates it.
No.
But then there's people that wear Vapor Max, and then there's people that wear acronym Vapor Max.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but no,
But
it's,
but
it's,
that's it.
It's more for
in-
me.
It's heat to you.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
It's all personal opinion.
Yeah,
right?
my type of heat is different.
And is it that if you find that the right balance between money value and like satisfaction, heat value, if you got both of them at the right spot for your purchase, then this is definitely
it's a go. It's a
super
go.
win. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been hunting high and low, and right now there's no low. I'm sorry. As low as I get is a Calabasas cream. That's as low as I can go. I can't think of any hidden gems within that price range type thing. you know.
So necessarily, you attribute like the monetary value to determine your bottom.
Monetary and also how rare it is. Like right
Okay.
now,
Gotcha. Yes.
this shoe is so hard to find in my size.
Mm.
You know, this is actually a size 8, and I was hunting for a 7.5, and I couldn't wait. I had to pull the trigger,
Nice.
Cool.
and
Okay, gotcha.
it was a great thing. Honestly, I thought I would be floating in it, and not at all. So I could go 7.5 and take note. 8 is good too. So if you find the black and Volt one, hook it up. I'm just missing one to finish the
The set?
the set.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm missing the gray Presto from the second set.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Remember when
I'm
you said you
loving
were
it,
only getting
though.
4 pairs this year?
sorry.
Remember
Oh,
when you said
yeah.
you were only getting 4 pairs
But,
this
Four
year?
pairs
but
of
you know what it
acronyms.
is? It's those purchases that I did in the past that had monetary value,
Mhm.
and I wasn't sure about it, and now my whole view of wearing shoes has changed, and now they're going out, and it's allowing me to look at other things and changing and adapting to the style that I'm looking for, and I'm loving it, man. Loving it,
Sweet. That's nice.
man. Hunting all day.
Like,
So
Chris, what about you though? Like, where do you? I know
Yeah.
you're sort of drawn to the market in general, right? Like,
yeah,
you almost play
it
like a
excites me.
stock market.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
These days more than ever, and it puts me in some tight spots sometimes because, let's just as an example, let's say I happen to win a raffle, I get the Cactus Jack, great shoe, love the shoe, love the design, provides so much hype beastness to my life.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know that its monetary value is pretty freaking high. So what do? Do I just follow my heart and keep the shoe and wear the shoe? Or do I just go for the money because I can't deny, I don't know, $1,000, $800? That's just money, you know? Sneakerheads might say, well, you go for the sneaker. You're a sneakerhead. Yeah, well, that $1,000 or that $800 or whatever value it has by the time it releases could bring me to other sneakers as well, right? It's not just because I'm taking the money, I'm just selling out completely. I could be thinking of taking that and reinvesting in something else and essentially getting shoes for free at that point because I've taken that money and
you've
flipped it
worked
around.
And maybe getting a pair that you want even more than the Cactus Jack.
Even more or equally
Yeah.
or
but maybe a couple pairs of something else.
or
yeah.
adding to that new shoe story, the fact that I got it for free might make it more attractive to me in the end.
True.
Right.
So I find myself having to make these quote unquote hard decisions more and more because I'm like, well, I can't say no to cashing out in certain situations, and how can I deny my true sneakerheadness by letting go of some shoes that I actually do really, really appreciate, you know? And I don't know. To ask other people an opinion about that, I find it doesn't really help all that much because the way you feel about a shoe is completely different. The way you value a shoe is completely different.
Yeah, for sure.
So how does that play into my decision making? I don't know. But I do still ask just to get like a
Other views.
yeah.
Because it's a tricky one. Like, if you got it for free, I mean, you got to wait for it to drop. You got to see how the market's going to react. You might say to yourself, I could get top dollar right now, and because there's X amount of units out there and I see that the price is going down, I could get a used pair for half the price of what I'm actually getting rid of it right now
Yeah.
4 years down the road or something like that,
Yeah.
right? It's not rare enough. But like, remember when there's the NetMag draw for the Igloo? It's the Igloo? The blue
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
I thought
Jordan 1 Igloo,
keeping
yeah.
it right away. There's
Okay.
no way I would sell it because, yeah, you could probably sell it for $2 or $3 grand or whatever. But the fact that it's so rare, there's no way down the road I would ever be able to get a pair.
Yeah.
So that's like, for me, it was automatic keep. But for others, it might be, man,
Major
that's your
one.
shoe fund for the next 3 years.
Yeah, flip it.
Right?
And just
Or 2
Yeah.
years or
Mhm.
rest of the year.
Yeah. Totally.
But
so that's the.
it depends on everybody's
value.
each. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is amazing that this is the point we're at, though. This is the world of sneakers has come to. It is like a little stock market.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
really
Absolutely.
incredible.
Yeah.
This is where
Yeah.
we've come.
Yep.
It's pretty neat.
Well, I think it's the availability of information. You can get it quicker, faster, which also, in some ways, levels the playing field.
Mm-hmm.
But then it also makes people lazier. Huh? I don't know.
It's very cool, though,
Very cool, indeed.
Adds different dimensions.
for sure.
And a lot of different dimensions are going to be happening in the next little while.
Lots of
Yeah.
lots of
so
stuff going on.
We've gotten to that point of the
Let's-
podcast.
Are we
let's do
there?
it. It's
Are we
fine.
there?
This is where it gets real, everyone.
It's about to get real.
So we're done. It's over. This is it. This is the last episode you get.
You're welcome.
We're totally kidding. Totally kidding. Guys,
We're so dressed up.
we're not
today.
going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. But we are going to be taking a mid-season break because, we need a break, guys. Teachers
do.
need breaks. Everyone needs breaks, right?
That's right.
So we're going on a little bit of a break. Why? It's because something's going down that's going to change a little bit of how the podcast works. What is going down? Guys, I'm leaving. I'm going to leave this guy. I'm going to leave that guy. I'm going to leave that guy over there too. I myself am packing up with my wife, and we are moving to Toronto.
You told me the Bahamas.
I did say the Bahamas, didn't I?
Ah.
So we will be moving to Toronto.
Oh.
I think a little bit of Drake in there is good.
I think you have to.
So,
do it. You have no choice.
yeah, this has been in the works for a little while now. I'm going to be moving to Toronto as of June, so I will be in Toronto as of June. Me and my wife, we're moving there for work reasons. But you're probably thinking, hey, how are they going to do the podcast? How are they going to get together all the time and do the podcast? Well,
I have to drive. I've been driving downtown. I have to drive to
you have
Toronto
to
now every week.
Drive to Toronto now every single
Yeah.
week. So what's going to happen is we are going to switch to kind of a new format. It's going to be you can hear the dog
As
in
your
the
dog
background.
squeaks this toy in the
Yeah,
background.
he's real excited. Okay, Bowie, you can stop that now. So we're going to do it over the internet now. We're going to try to bring video back and do it a little bit differently. It's going to be different because we're all going to be in different spots, but we're going to make it work for you guys. We're going to keep doing the audio podcast, of course, but we're just going to take some time to figure this out and do it right. So we want to give you guys the best content we can, so we're going to take the time to do that. Guys, how are you feeling about this as I go take that thing from my dog?
I'm super happy. At least we'll have someone to go and win some raffles.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Size 8,
It's
Mike.
all about what we can get.
We're basically infiltrating the people by sending our own agent down a couple.
Yeah, man.
Secret agent, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna be
excited.
me.
I'm excited for Mike. I'm excited for the opportunity
Totally.
you
Yeah.
guys are
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah.
I'm sad to see you go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awkward at first. I think maybe a few little.
gonna be very
growing.
awkward.
Do we
things.
hug? Do we shake hands? What
Yeah,
happens?
yeah.
I don't know.
Do we just hold each other a little
Yeah.
bit?
Well,
Dry
that's
hump,
I
dry
think
hump.
that's necessary for
So
sure.
For the people that don't know, I'm actually from Ontario, so I'm kind of from that area. So in a way, I'm going back home, which is going to be really nice. I'm just going to show up at Service Ontario, slide my birth certificate across, and be like, I'm back. I'm back. Put me back in the system.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be different. You know, the sneaker scene in Toronto is definitely different than here in Montreal.
Intense.
It's very intense, and there's a lot more people. So we're definitely going to have stories for days and content for you on this podcast. So make sure you don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to give you updates on our Instagram at Sneaker Podcast and let you know what's going on with us. But this is not a bad time. This is a good time. Good things, good change.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And we're all still brothers. We're all still going to be doing this. It just might look a little bit different.
That's all.
You for the people that are audio only,
Yeah.
you probably won't even notice because we're
Yeah.
we're actually gonna be maybe adding a couple of elements to the
Yeah.
episodes, so that should be cool.
Right.
Yeah, like we said, we want to give you guys the best content we can,
Yeah.
and we thought by doing that, maybe give you guys some more content.
Right.
You know, you may not get an hour and a half podcast, but you might get an hour podcast and then a little half hour here.
17 times in 1 week.
It's
You
gonna
know-
be easier for us to
Yeah.
hook up. No more bridges
Definitely.
to cross.
No
Yeah,
more
yeah,
bridges to
yeah,
cross.
for
Everyone
sure.
can do it from their home.
You know, it just dawned on me. We could have just said the camera broke and not told them anything, and then we could have just done audio and that would go back. Just
be like,
audio, no one would have known any
Because
better.
Guys,
no
we've all been
other
at our own
cameras
level.
exist in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's a good camera though. We couldn't afford anyone.
Yeah, that one's crazy. But we want to thank you guys for all the support over the years that we've been doing this podcast. Like I said, I feel like we're like stopping, but we're not. Guys, we're not
not.
stopping.
This is a
No, but
break.
seriously, we're not
It's just
stopping.
a little break. This is like our little summer break. So we're going to take a couple weeks,
Yeah.
get ourselves together, think of some great ideas to give you guys some great content. So sit tight. Sit tight. We're going to be back.
It won't be that far.
It's not
Yeah.
that long.
No,
Mike.
you know what happens?
You're making it sound like we're taking a year
Yo,
sabbatical here.
Every
It's
time
a
we
couple
take
weeks.
a break, we're like, yeah, we got to get back to it.
Yeah.
You know,
We need to talk
we'll
about
take
sneakers.
we'll take 4 weeks off after one. Okay, so we ready? We ready to go again?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
enough, right?
Yeah.
So that is what has been going on. I think I teased it a few times on the podcast before
Yeah.
and just kind of didn't drop the news. But Mike D is moving to Toronto.
Yeah.
So
So if anyone from Toronto, from
Yes.
within the Toronto sneaker scene,
yeah,
hears about this and
Hit me
wants
up.
to give our good buddy a shout out or a welcome. Or
welcome. A welcome would be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, show me around. It's been a minute. I haven't been downtown the city. Got a place pretty much downtown in the city, which is cool.
Mhm.
Amazing.
I'm not going to be
Amazing.
far off, so
Close to
I'm
the lines.
pretty stoked.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked
Walk
about
out your
that.
front door and get in line.
pretty stoked about that. But
And-
all of our friends that are from Toronto have been really, really helpful and helping me out if I ever needed anything. So big shout out to all our boys and
Yeah,
girls in
for sure.
Toronto for helping me out and being there. Some of them I've known for a while, some of them have not, and are going to find out right now.
Very cool.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, it should be really fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's going to be different. I haven't been home in 10 years, so this is going to be a
Very
big change for myself.
what we first thought might be a slight challenge actually turns out to be it will make our road much easier. I find like in some
Yeah.
aspects.
No pun intended,
Exactly.
but well said.
Oh, okay. There you go,
No,
Mister.
The road will
I
be
live
much
too far.
easier.
Yeah, there's no more driving involved, but
45-minute drives every night.
guys,
every week.
I am going to miss every single one of you.
Oh, for sure, Mike.
For sure.
Like, at you, man.
All right, keep it in your pants.
After,
I mean,
after,
Chris, Chloe, and I
you
will still
mean
be
these-
friends, but
you mean these essential denim from Quality?
yeah, keep it in those pants.
Keep it in those pants.
right.
But after doing this podcast almost every week for going on 3 years now, it's kind of insane. And to take a little bit of a break and do it kind of separated is going to be weird. But you know what? We're going to make it the best for you guys. So
For sure.
Yeah,
stay tuned.
yeah.
Things
What
are happening.
other stuff do you do alone in front of a computer screen where no one else is there?
Hunt for shoes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Good save, Chloe.
Yeah, that's
There
what
you
I was going to say.
Right.
But yeah, shout out to everyone who's been watching and following us on Instagram and listening to our podcast. We really appreciate it. But that's the changes that are coming to the podcast. So hopefully you'll stick with us as
They're
we
gonna
move
stick with
on
us. What do
to.
you mean?
Yeah, of course.
yeah, man. Don't
What is this?
You better stick with us.
you
Listen,
signed a contract?
listen
you
here,
stay.
you little jerk.
Yeah.
Guys, let's move on to some audience messages. We've had
Let's
this.
change the tone.
Let's
a bit.
change the tone a little bit. Who's chopping onions?
Yeah. So
You gotta go.
quickly, we got a message from our.
Not Kieran Knightley.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. He's a good dude.
He's a cool dude.
He's a good dude.
He's like, quick question for the podcast. If you were a sneaker, what would you be and why? right?
Kieran, you
hold on.
son of a bitch, you.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have none. I don't have one.
If you were a sneaker,
what
what
would
would
I
you be
be?
and why?
I'd be the 2 because I like
Nah,
the 2s.
No,
you
that
can't,
doesn't.
you can't
How
pick
does that
Jordan
describe
2.
you?
Yeah, don't be
if I
Jordan
was a
2.
sneaker. What would I?
You'd be a wave runner?
I would be a 700 Wave Runner. Why? Because super comfortable. I'm comfortable. A little bit on the larger side. I'm a little bit on the larger side, and I'm appealing to the eye.
that's
All right.
Sure you are. It's. Oh, there you go. I was waiting for the horns to kick in.
But yeah, I would be a Yeezy 700.
Sean Collard, I actually think that you're a Jordan 1.
You know what? I'm not even joking. I was just thinking I might be an OG 1.
Yeah,
OG 1
yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the old guy and I'm the OG guy.
No,
and
more because it's also like a
Oh, no.
like
Here
a
we go.
tall shoe, right?
Lankier.
Yeah,
it's
it's a lanky-
also red and
Yeah.
black,
Yeah.
as you were
I'm
wearing tonight.
I'm a Converse Chuck in a size 16.
yeah,
Like long and lanky
yeah.
and like a clown.
I'm
shoe.
a
Bit of a clown.
Shacknosis.
You're a Shaq.
Size 16.
When you see me, you're not quite sure if you need to squint or not, and it might make you queasy.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Chloe, what's
All right,
Chloe.
Chloe,
Yeah.
we've been talking about the type of shoe you would be if you could be any type of shoe.
So this is not your favorite shoe, as I was told.
Not your favorite shoe. But
Nah.
I have a guess of what I think you could be.
Oh yeah.
What would he be?
Air Max 95 Mita.
Ah.
Isn't that his favorite shoe? The neon's your favorite shoe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
both good. They're both
Yes.
good.
Yes.
I like
so
the Mita. The
that
Mita's
doesn't work
more-
then, Mike.
It's,
Yeah.
it's rare.
If I don't get my favorite, no one gets his favorite.
That's right. Son of a-
Yeah.
Is that your favorite, though?
It's up there.
It's up there.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Move,
yeah,
move
it's
on to
fine.
another question. for God's sake. Kieran, come
Wait,
on. now.
Kieran also wanted to comment 2 other things. You guys are all great, and I really appreciate the podcast, especially Mike and the way he keeps the show on track.
Hey,
sure.
Moving along,
Oh.
etc.
Hey,
as
he
his
must have
efforts
listened to
don't
the-
go unnoticed.
He listened to the
Hey.
episode where Mike was off
Hey.
to the corner there.
I appreciate that, Kieran. Thank you.
Yes,
Get outta here,
and
Al.
he's mentioning yes, he's up for an episode with the quality CEO on it.
Oh, there you go.
yes. You hear that, guys? It's time.
Word gets
We'll
around.
make it happen. We'll get the koala himself.
We'll definitely mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
We have already had it.
And
about
thank
time.
you. And
Yeah,
if you guys want to send us a message, you can hit us up on the gram at the Sneaker Podcast. Send us a DM. Get outta
Another
here,
message
Dal.
from M.
Night
Bon
Shyamalan.
10? MBAUGHN 10.
Sounds like it. Bon.
Bon. M. Bon. Do you guys find yourself to be different sizes in Jordan retros? Question mark. I am an 11 in the 3s and 4s and a 10.5 in the 6 and 8s.
I'm laughing because this dude sent me the exact same DM this morning.
Oh, really? Shout out to this guy.
And I answered your question, but we can answer it up for the listeners.
Yeah,
out
go
there.
ahead.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah.
And yes, it's
Well,
true.
For
he
sure.
keeps going, but
go ahead.
You wear different sizes in Jordans?
Yeah. I'm a for the ones. I'm size for the ones. 6s, 11s, 13s. I'm a size 11, and then for 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Like I'm all over the place. I think there's a couple of models I'm actually size 12.
Wow.
It's all over the
Jeez.
place.
Yeah, the 6s
14s and the size 12.
The 6s are made a lot
Wow.
larger than.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're larger.
I can go a
Yeah.
9.5 to a 10 in the 6 or
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
7.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. They're made big for sure.
In the ones, Jordan 1s, I wear a 10 or 10.5.
Oh.
While the
Oh, the ones they're you find them they fit smaller.
yeah,
Oh wow,
Narrower.
So I find them
Yeah, they're narrow.
I have-
Definitely narrower.
a super
Oh, I
wide
see.
foot.
I see. Yeah, that's okay.
And Jordan 4s, I need
That's
a 10.
okay.
I can't do 9.5.
Oh wow,
Cannot. It'll
because of the
crush
it's
the
also narrow?
pinky.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. So yes, long story short, we're
Yeah,
it's all-
different
the
sizes.
Sizing's all over the place.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
What size are you in a 15? Jordan
11 and
15?
a half.
Who cares? No one wears Jordan 15.
No one wears 15.
I got my first pair of Jordan 15s last year.
There you
'cause I got
go.
them for
There
80
you go.
bucks, and I got it a size 11 because that's all they
Outlet?
had in an outlet. and they
You're not
kill-
helping the cause here.
They
Ha-
kill me.
Have you worn them? You've worn them.
I wore them, and they hurt me like hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's one of the pairs that you got to get rid of.
Not for no one's gonna buy that. I paid 80 bucks
Hey,
for it.
there's a buyer for everything out there.
Yeah, well,
You just got to
I'll
find
keep it for the collection because I don't have a fifth. It's only 15 and a half, so I'm trying to get
Oh, okay.
1 to 33.
What are you missing?
I can't remember.
Okay.
32s.
my
Send
homework.
this guy some 32s.
Someone. Jordan
I'm good.
Brand.
I'm good with 32s.
Thank you very much. but I'm good.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
One last from Mike. Mike's knows best.
Yeah.
Do you, Mike, know best?
My wife would say the contrary.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is her.
She's sending me this.
From Mike's wife.
Do the dish. No. Hi, just
I
going to
did it.
say I love the show. Keep up the good work. I also wanted to say I picked up the black and red 4s, and the misaligned Nike Air really bothers me. Once you see it, it cannot be unseen. This is a glaring error from Nike. Do you think they actually care or just think we'll buy anything they put out? Oh,
Well, you bought them, so that's correct.
Yeah.
That's the answer to your question.
Kind of had a little conversation with Sean before the podcast
Yeah.
about this, and he posted a picture on his Instagram at scaller23.
Thank
so
you.
check it
Thank
out.
you, sir.
He posted a picture of every black cement 4 from 1989 to 2019.
Yeah.
And looking at the back tabs on every single one of them, they could have made this Air a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
You know, lower the
No,
spacing
yeah.
a little bit,
Mhm.
and then make the actual Nike and swoosh a little tiny bit bigger and just move it over a little bit.
Well, yeah, it just has moved over a bit.
But when I went to go
That's
look
not like-
look behind at him wearing them, he's like, take a few steps back. And
Keep going,
that
Mike.
wasn't the
Mike, keep going,
that wasn't the creepy part. It wasn't being creepy. Take a few steps back. Get away from me. To see them straight, you have to take a few steps back, and it definitely
It's
is.
not. Yeah, listen.
You notice it less.
There's no question it's off center. It's a huge mistake. But you know what? They were free, so what do I give a shit? No, I'm kidding. No, but it really. I think when you see it in a picture up close, it's worse than it actually is in person. Like in person, it's definitely noticeable.
Yeah.
But it's not. And when you put it up against the other ones that are straight and center, it's going to be even more noticeable.
Mhm.
But just like that,
And
it's
I'm
not a big
gonna
deal.
I'm gonna be honest. If you hadn't mentioned it, I would have never
Yeah,
noticed.
exactly. And I think that's
All
a lot of
right,
people
you know?
felt that way too.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I ruined it for
totally.
a lot of people.
You killed it.
You blew it.
I blew it.
Because, like, to be honest, all I'm looking at is the letter I
Yeah.
in air and how it lines up with that line that cuts straight down the middle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's centered,
Yeah,
man.
and then look at the R, and it's like, woo, way out by itself.
See,
Yeah.
I don't have the previous, or I don't have enough Nike Air sneakers
Yeah.
to know that it should line up with the
Right,
E.
right.
Right. So.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well, better luck next time, Jordan Brand.
yeah. Was there a question in there for him? From him? Do we just keep buying it, or?
I think it was making
Yeah.
a statement.
What do you think? How big
I mean,
of
it's up
an
to you.
error is it? You know.
Yeah, to me it was a big error when I first saw it, but then the overall shoe itself, they really corrected a lot of things on it.
Mhm.
They got the height better, it's more closer to the 99 retro. The shape's a little better. The tongue's a nice height. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of good with the shoe, and obviously Nike Air branding in general is always good when you bring it back to the original way.
100%.
So,
And if I can say, every shoe is the same. It's not like some were made correctly.
Oh,
and
yeah,
some
yeah.
were
They're all
have an
messed
error.
up.
They're all
we all equally have
made
the same garbage.
So when you're next to another person wearing a pair, it cannot be that their pair is more correct than yours.
right,
Right?
exactly.
In the end, we are all
We're all the same.
Yeah.
We're all one.
Unless
all
they're
one.
wearing a
We
pair
are
for
We're all one
99.
in our crooked Nikes.
resistance is futile.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
But no, I don't.
But it's for the. I guess it's for the listener to judge, right? It's
Yep,
if
exactly.
it
Totally.
bothers you that much and you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it.
Don't buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're saying I bought it and it really throws me off that it's crooked, well, but you bought the sneaker, so
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. And I did buy a pair myself also.
There you
just
go.
to throw that out there.
Dang.
The
So
double
you got
up.
like 7 pairs.
I got
double
17
up.
pairs. I got I got one free pair and one pair. I
You're
bought.
right.
Nice.
You're right.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, do we have any more messages from viewers? No. Well, guys, send them to us. What are you doing? At the Sneaker Podcast, DM us on the gram, or you can hit us up on email. No one's emailed us yet. Everyone sticks to the gram.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, let's wrap up this podcast.
Do we have
What do you
a
say?
PO box that we can send letters to?
Yeah, it's HOHOHO.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the podcast. Like we said, some changes coming your way. You'll find out about them soon enough. Not that we haven't told you about them, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to every person that has ever downloaded a episode of the podcast. Thank you so much. Your support has really pushed us to give you guys the best content we can. Thank you so much. Guys, you want to give any shout-outs before we leave?
No, I do. I want to shout out to the listeners. It's true. This could have been episode 2.
Yeah.
I mean, if people don't tune in and don't send us deep sides of messages, just say it's you guys are doing
You guys push us to
an
try
adequate
to do a
job,
better
then
job.
we wouldn't be continuing.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Shout out to Puma for sending this shoe over. Shout out to coupons. Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to Montreal Diaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to our boys over at Quality. Go check them out at Quality on Instagram. Quality.com. Use that coupon code TSP20. Get 20% off your order. Super fast shipping, and the threads are tight, guys. Check out their essential denims. Amazing, amazing stuff. Guys, thank you.
So sorry, Mike. Shout out to Jordan Brand.
Shout out to Jordan Brand.
Thank you.
Shout out
Thank
to
you,
Jordan Brand for
Thank you
these
for
nice
taking care
black
of me
cement floors.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Doing more than I deserve. Thank you.
No.
Yeah,
No.
You deserve it all.
No, I don't.
You
Nah,
deserve
he
it all.
doesn't.
It's all good. This is not anything fake either. It's just weird. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, though. Thank you.
Guys, we'll see you back here next time on another episode of the Sneaker Podcast. Until then, have a great day, have a great night. But guys, where can people find you on the gram, Chris?
At Christopher.chu.
And Sean?
At SCollar23 and at OG Support Group.
And Mr. Clo?
At Clarel.
I can get myself out on air with Mike D. Follow us on Instagram at the Sneaker Podcast. We'll catch you back here next time. Until then, have a great day, have a great night. Keep them laced, everyone. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Peace.